So tacos aren't like pizza.
Uh-huh.
In that I know that some freaks out there like cold pizza. And I don't agree with them, but I can understand it because it's not terrible.
But you're currently trying to eat a cold taco and you're not into it?
I did just eat a cold taco in between episodes, and let me tell you, my friend, that was hard. That was a very difficult experience for me.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. Especially since you probably don't mean like a room temperature leftover taco, but like
no, I mean one that I just
taco.
pulled out of the refrigerator. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dinner from last night.
Actively cold taco.
Yes, very.
No.
And so that was rough for me, as a person. And I'm just really I'm struggling with it right now.
Is it a hard or a soft shell?
It was a soft shell taco, so that wasn't the worst, but it was definitely colder than I would have advised any normal human being to eat a taco. Tacos are a warm food, and you should eat them warm, or at the very least room temperature.
Yeah. No, an actively cold taco is an upsetting thought.
Yeah, it wasn't great, is what I'll say about that. It was not a great experience for me. But we do what we can.
Yeah. Please donate to Toaster's Patreon so we can emotionally recover in this difficult time.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing that happened in America in April 2025.
Yes, it's true. 100% true, actually. Stop, imposters! I know what you are, and you're not sprout moles! You must be wondering how I'm able to tell. You see, I am the son of the fabled warrior of legend, Sir Maximus.
It's him. We meet him, unlike in Sekiro.
You may have bested my father, but I am stronger than he. With my impressive lineage and my father by my side, I will be victorious.
Please don't be stronger. I don't actually want to deal with what dying means in this game. Did you do? I'm gonna smile at you so good. You'll be powerless before me. It's my only talent. The whole counterattack ability doesn't amount to much when that happens. Snack time, everybody. Maybe this guy will actually let me do the super attack.
No. He refuses. Just say no.
He is.
No, I cannot let my father's death be in vain.
Not everyone can just opt out like you did with your voice acting and password that one time. No.
I was done.
I'm done. No thanks, I'm full. Damn, he gave me like no more points. I'm sad. Gonna die before I get to do my level 10 attack. What? It's the memory of his father. Damn. This is so anime. Ow. Ugh! You did it again? It's fucked up. Oh no, I just accidentally used my fucking... The way that it's presented like a QTE makes me forget in the moment and accidentally press it sometimes. I just lost my level 10 attack to that. God damn it. This sucks. Alright. And he AoE'd the entire party twice in one turn. It's fucked up. Please die before you get in a turn. Okay, snack time. My poor MP meters. My juice. I'm running out of juice.
You heard it here first, folks. Keith's a little juice boy.
I'm a little juice boy. Fill me with juice. Hey, I'm Mr. Juicy. I need juice. I'm a Rick and Morty bit. It's my whole personality.
Fun fact: I have never watched even a single episode of Rick and Morty.
Wow.
I don't think I'm ever going to change that.
But how will you understand art?
Let's be careful about what we call art here.
Oh, we're drawing lines. What's this one bit? Is it a trapdoor? Nope. Nope. It had a weird bit of floor, so I thought it was a trapdoor heading under it. There we go. A nice little save as I have a panic over that guy nearly wiping the entire party in one turn. I love JRPG combat. I thought I wasn't even on the same row. Oh, you get to be murdered now. Enjoy. This will be a fun experience we all share. Don't worry, guys. He'll be fine. He's already biting on something. Alright, let's go back and heal.
Oof.
So I self-inflicted that fight 5 feet away from where I healed. The point was to actually get to the next destination. God damn it. I don't want to waste items. I don't want to go into the next, like, boss fight or whatever with pre-exhausted FP and everything. Alright, so where do I actually go next? Hit. Maybe the front door. No, don't come back up here. Huh. Right, this is happening. Ah, jeez. Look at the size of this crowd.
We'll never get through at this rate. Let's look around for another exit. Maybe the crowd will die down eventually. Whoa, the screen moved super fast.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
The internet is fine, and the game is fine, and everything's normal. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Do we need to complete her arc in some way?
I suppose. I suppose that is the truth.
Yeah, so we did the dance floor room. I'm not sure if it was even really ever that implied to be the goal that we're trying to like throw the party for them, essentially. It's just that that's just what every room seems to be about. Is some element of a party. Our late head chef's memory will live on and forever. We take our job seriously. Sweetheart's Royal Guard only accepts the best of the best. Back to your stations, newbies. We don't take kindly to slackers. Don't.
Yeah, all the same dialogue.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Talk to Mari, see what she has to say. Can't she summarize stuff for us?
Not really. Well, hello, Aubrey. Hello there, Aubrey. Looking cute today. You always take such good care of your hair. So do you need me to help you with anything? All it costs is your love. Did she just summarize the list of side goals?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
It seems that there's no escape from Sweetheart's castle, but don't give up hope. There must be a way out of here. Yeah, she just kind of lists what's currently in play, and you have to figure out how to do them all. Oh, fascinating literature. Demi was the one who wanted that book. It's mostly like an ambiguous quest list of all the things that are currently in play, and like one reminder of the main story. Ah, it's hard to tell when you have control. Okay. This stands out, but it seems like you can't do anything with it.
Very possible.
That guy's EP. Okay, so we just rechecked the top right and bottom right doors. That's the prison. Top left door? Haven't been here yet. Oh, this might be the new one. The bottom left door has like a ton of branching paths, it seems, but I missed this. I spent so much time on the left side that I thought I had actually been everywhere on the left side. It's in like a tiny hangout party room? Well, this is awkward. I don't understand the implication necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in an elevator. It's supposed to be an elevator. That was not clear.
Gotcha.
It's elevator music and everyone's just awkwardly packed in here and waiting. Eyes seem to have gone evil. Oh, less evil maybe. Uh-huh. Ah, okay, I found her room. It all makes sense now. A magnificently large pink bed. Would you like to sleep here with your friends? Yay, slumber party. But at what cost? You found a body pillow. Uh-huh. There's Space Boyfriend. What are you doing in here? Common Sprout, most aren't allowed in Sweetheart's chambers. You know the rules. Wait a minute. Perhaps you'll be able to help me. Sweetheart ordered me to move the statue out of her bedroom before she arrives, but I can't get it to move at all. If only this thing was suddenly and conveniently smashed into itty-bitty pieces. Well, ma'am, what it sounds like to me is that you're in need of some destruction. And Aubrey here happens to be a destruction specialist. Aubrey? Well, that is a very strange name for a sprout mole. Then again, Sweetheart has been running out of new names to give us as of late.
Wait, Kel. Isn't that a statue of Captain Spaceboy? I would feel bad destroying it.
Psh, it's not like he's ever gonna know. Captain Spaceboy and Sweetheart are a thing of the past. Live and let live, that's what I always say.
You don't always say that. But fine, I guess I can give it a shot.
We're gonna hit it and it's gonna cut to Captain Spaceboy like, my heart. Falls over dead.
Okay, here I go. This time I won't fail.
My word, you've done it. Well, time to clean this up. You didn't even swing at it. I have sucked all of the broken statue up my ass. Phew, you're real lifesavers. I should have known to just leave this task to the specialists. Uh-huh. Oh. Now she has space for even more of herself. How are you moving this? Oh. My, well, this is a surprise. Turns out all I have to do was lift it from the bottom. Uh-huh. Normal. Can I steal this pearl also? Yeah. I love having all of your money instead of you having your money. Poetry by Sweetheart. No, it's got... No, don't start. Ah, a day. And a day it was. Such a lovely day. Cool. It's just as good as when it was in Mad Max. Oh, there's still more secret items hiding behind the stuff. A very large vanity for Sweetheart's pulchritudinous face. Fucking nightmare word.
Yeah.
Popcorn, fries, a whole pizza inside there. Oh, fruit juice that's not for kids.
Oh, it's wine.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Ah, from here we can watch them destroy Megaton. Just learned tea time? I assume that was Hero. Heals some of a friend's heart and juice, but it costs Hero 25. Not a big fan of tooltips for things that say some. You're like, okay, cool. How much?
Yeah.
I would like to actually know what the effect of the skill is, please. This is literally the place I would go to gain that information, is reading this one thing. So if you're not going to tell me, then what are we doing here, man? Okay, so now I dealt with the statues. I guess that's the thing you do in this room? Do I have a goal?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think we just have to make her party correct. Like, just get everything sorted so that she comes out, maybe? I'm not really sure. I mean, to be honest, I'm completely lost right now. I have no idea what we can do and what we, like, need to be doing, basically.
Alright, oh, there it is. A third fight.
Okay. Stop, imposters! I know what you are, and you're not sprout moles! You must be wondering how I'm able to tell. You see, I am the son of the fabled warrior of legend, Sir Maximus II, and grandson of Sir Maximus. You may have bested my father and grandfather, but that's only fueled my rage and thirst for vengeance. With my impressive lineage and my father and grandfather by my side, I will be victorious and avenge my family.
Are they all that impressive? If they're all dead. Think about it, nerd. Also, give me 4,000 experience, please.
Ouch. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
You're right.
My leg. Yeah, I've been sitting with my leg horizontal and it just hurt. Ouch.
Yep.
I like moved for 2 seconds and then just tweaked it wrong.
Classic.
Yep. Ugh.
Every now and then when I'm just hanging out, sitting in a stupid position, recording stuff, I mid-thing just realize I need to pause the game and just go lay down on my bed, just become horizontal for a bit, and just ride out the pain I've caused myself. as a limb comes back or something, I just like hobble over there. I'm like, I am a fake person. Okay, he does seem to have a lot of health, and that's not a thing I'm happy about. Does smile work more than once, or let's see. Let's reduce his defense. I want to have Aubrey tank so I can then keep fighting back that way, but these guys like to just be like, nah, here's an AoE. Oops. Ah. I keep accidentally going back to a previous person's turn and being confused who I'm currently controlling when I try to just like unselect a skill or something. Dialogue.
No, I cannot let my father's and his father's deaths be in vain.
What if they did this bit, but like 7 more times? Like, it would become annoying, but at what point does it wrap around back to being funny that they're still doing it? As every line of dialogue gets longer and longer, as they have to fully recap the lineage of who you killed so far. Like, it's at some point running into one of these guys is like the fucking Sorrow from Metal Gear Solid 3. One's currently that hurt. Inflicts happy in all friends. That's a little scary. These items are pretty much exclusively emotions. I'll give Omori some button. Don't waste my stuff. I want to use the super attack. We'll totally get to do it. Or it'll just be easier to kill than the second guy was. I mean, logically, they were either the original people were very, very old, or this guy is a little baby in armor, just a goo goo gaga baby wearing armor. In which case, this should be the saddest pushover fight. This is too many generations. It don't make sense at some point. He is not doing damage at all. I say is right before he does his like crowd clear. Oh no, there it is. His grandfather's ultimate attack. And then he's gonna do his father's ultimate attack. It hit right in the heart. Is he gonna do a third one? Okay, no. Yeah, it's very upsetting that they do that. Okay. Guard. No, I don't want to also hurt a friend. Ah, God fucking damn it. I just blew it. Am I about to die? I fucking misclicked the fucking super attack. Okay, I think he died. Jesus Christ. I wish you could just click on the ability you want to use. Where they have to wait for it. You have to do it as a QTE, and it's a weird interface to read on the fly. But also, you don't know when the specific person you're trying to use the ability for is a turn is going to happen, because it happens whenever it feels like in that sequence. Drives me crazy.
Grandfather.
That's what he said, yeah.
I'm sorry. I failed you.
Spent a whole fight just trying to do the same super attack and fuck it up differently every time. God damn it. Mood wrecker. Well, a couple people leveled. And now I shall heal in the prisons again.
Hey, is it just me or does it seem quieter all of a sudden?
Wasn't there a crowd with sprout moles at the entrance earlier? I don't see them here around anywhere.
They must have finally pushed their way outside. Let's follow them, Omori. Maybe they can lead us out of here.
Ooh. Back to the Sparkle Dungeon. I must have full health and a bright future. We've eaten a distressing number of pickles this day. This has to be bad for us somehow. This person sells stuff but for an inflated price, but we're also just getting a lot of stuff, so... I have 6 life jam, that's not bad. Got chicken wing. What are you Herman and hurrying about?
Nothing. Just the dialogue. Just seeing what we're doing.
Just making noises?
Just making noises because we're here.
Started at the bottom, now we're here. Just some haphazardly placed flamingos. Something about that crowd flying down and those regular patterns made it feel like a rhythm game.
Yeah. You just want to push the buttons as they reach the bottom of the screen.
Exactly. Just like the instinct takes over for both of us immediately. Through the fire and the flames we... Woohoo! We're finally out of the Sweetheart's Castle. Wonder what's up with that big event everyone's preparing for.
Strange, I don't see the sprout moles from the entrance anywhere. Where could they all have gone? There must be a hidden exit somewhere. Let's poke around at anything that looks suspicious.
I gestured at Alice in Wonderland, but it is hard to escape that this is immediately. It just seems like the Red Queen's space. Like that's the premise. And now we have all the roses and whatnots. I assume there's something to do here. But I don't know if I see what. No. These normally are spots where you do something. Maybe I must conjure it. Ugh! Ouch, that hurt.
Is everyone okay? What happened?
Ugh, that sweetheart topiary just fired a laser at us.
There's just gotta be a way to get rid of these guys.
Every time I walk, yep. Not that damaging, at least. Let's see. So, I get harmed if I try to continue forward. How about backwards? Weird, a suspicious looking mushroom. Let's take a bite, yeah. What could go wrong? Everyone deserves to have a few, like, Dance of the Elephants moment in their life. You, bulbous one, your eyes, they tell me that you yearn to learn. Excellent, 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 excellent. I will teach you. Come. I'm here.
It's funny. These shrooms just like keep showing up. These weird. I don't know what this game
is going for sometimes.
Yeah, what its aesthetic is sometimes.
Yeah. It's like, it feels like it's sometimes like it's just a bunch of random shit happening just as a pure form of escapism, like just genuinely random nonsense as a distraction against the obviously much more focused narrative that happens the moment we have either a nightmare vision or actually go to reality. Like, no, I'm the funny man. Look at me. Oh, a series of prosy D skits and fucking Rick and Morty bits. And you're like, aren't I avoiding something that matters right now? You do not have the same sparkle in your eyes as the bulbous one. He is the only one I will teach. It has to be the main character. Hello, I'm bulbous, I guess. Hi. There's a distinction in that it's not like it's not quite like the Wizard of Oz stuff where it's like, oh, each of the things in the real world and in the fantasy world kind of correlate and each one represents a specific thing. It's like, we're all here. But aside from that, there's not as much sign that a lot of this stuff is like, oh yeah, this is Mr. Parkman from across the street. You have come. Excellent. Now observe. The hand bulbs, the hard bulbs like the one behind me hold creatures like me. However, I am unable to escape by my own means. We are unable to escape by our own means. With a very specific and intricate cutting technique, one would be able to release us from our buddy fate. Buddy fate? However, this technique takes years, perhaps even decades to master. If you agree to learn it, there's no telling how long this will take. Yet, with time, I believe you will do great things. Are you ready to take on the challenge and become my disciple, yeah? Omori trained for a long time. The end. It's been a long journey, but at long last, after many trials and tribulations. Excellent, 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 excellent. You have grown so much, unlike this bulb behind me. Now, cut it using your perfected technique so that it may live. Okie dokie. Click. Dang. At last, I am free! Excellent, excellent, excellent. Take this, it's a gift from me. Got dandelion. Neat. Excellent, 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 excellent. Ta-da. The real reward, jam packets. Is that like the jar of jam, but it revives the whole party? That's what seems intuitive to me. We have so many items, I really should have skipped to the bottom. Just mush. Oh, it's a mushroom. Infused with the spirit of life, revives all friends that are toast. Yep, that's what I figured. I'm so smart and good at things. Everyone should follow my intuition at all times.
I agree.
Especially
I love it when you play the game.
Especially when I'm setting oven temperatures.
Yeah.
Can I do something on this one? All right, sweetheart. You asked for this. Yeah. Dang, I missed. Am I gonna get chastised for only being able to shoot in cardinal directions?
Aubrey, I was staring at the screen and nothing changed except for her, so I was just like, Oh, silly Kel. You're not gonna knock out anything throwing like that. Why don't you try aiming for once?
Huh? Aim? I can do that?
Of course. Even you can aim, Cal.
All right, I'll give it my best shot. There it is. Oh, that's how it works. Got it. Damn, decapitated.
Nice.
I was wondering about that because on this other one too, it was diagonal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Punk. But I'm like, I don't know what to do about that. Game don't let me do a thing. Upsetting birdhouse with a little eye sticking out of it that I can't even inspect. Sometimes the most menacing thing is the things in these games that you can't even get a description of. They just sit there and you stare at them.
Yeah. I feel this is unrelated, but this chapter is like running a little long, but also it's like so unfocused with all of its different aesthetics and like goals that at a certain point when you're like, it's like your brain can't acclimate to the environment and you can't tell what is and isn't like the direction it wants you to go and what you want to interact with. So you're just kind of like I, outside of the game obviously telling you need to like interact with this, like I kind of didn't even realize there were statues with her heads, like with her on them out here. That would be something that we would even need to notice until the game pointed it out as a like, look at this is a thing you need to do. So it's like, I
think that might just be zoning out a bit though, because we came into the maze and they attacked me when I tried to pass it by. So it's like, oh, I gotta get rid of them.
I know that. That's what I mean when I say the game telling us we need to interact with them. But I'm saying like as something that a player would notice as like an enemy that's around or as a change in the environment, I didn't notice them until it like actually became clear. Oh, okay, this is like a thing here. Whereas upstairs, for example, building the birthday cake, right? We've seen birthday cakes before in the game with the strawberries on top, but I didn't like, it wasn't something that would have stuck out to me as a like, oh, we need to make an ingredient. There's strawberries here. Clearly this is the design language of this game, because this is already throwing so much stuff at us in this environment that the sprites just kind of become like flavor text in the background that you don't really pull information from. It's like when you're playing an open world game and you can't tell what areas are climbable or walkable and what ones aren't, because they all just look the same, because it's all kind of just like
the yellow paint conundrum.
Yes, exactly.
Where they're like, we just got to label the stuff at some point because we made the environment so realistic and also pleasantly cluttered visually that it's also really hard to parse the gameplay sometimes.
Yes, exactly. And like that's just what I mean with like this environment itself. It's just like there's so many colors, so much stuff going on, and there's no real guidance on what our goal is. So as a result, like you enter a new map and I'm like, I don't know, try to rub on whatever looks interactable, I guess. What looks interactable? I don't know.
There is a weird sort of aimlessness in that, like, we just keep getting put on new hubs, and then in each new hub we are like, okay, run in each direction and try to find the thing you can change, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Because the game doesn't have much of an explicit goal. At most, your goal is maybe to get back out after we got arrested in the first place or something. Yep. Like, whereas like in the previous dungeon, Captain Spaceboy needs his mixtape, and then you go in and it's like, oh, it's a semi-linear dungeon, and somewhere in here we'll find the mixtape. That makes sense, I guess. But in this one, it's like these strange, just sort of like wandering around trying to figure out what the puzzles even are, and you find out the goal and the solution simultaneously, practically. And there isn't even like much of a fixed pace for random encounters because all the enemies don't actually try to chase you down. So it's like you have to self-inflict the random encounters by attacking each person that's around, which is a bit weird in its own way. For me, what I'm thinking about is just like narratively and mechanically and so on. There's obviously a back and forth between the escapism of this setting and the real life thing that Omori is going through. And in a lot of stories like this, the thing that you're avoiding emotionally manifests in the fantasy in an abstract way. So it's like the act of engaging with the fantasy is like a way of processing the thing that you're trying not to deal with. Even things like ranging from like stories like Totoro to a billion other like child's isekais and whatnot. But it doesn't feel like that's happening in this game. It doesn't feel like we grasped at what the relationships were between the two the two realities earlier on more, but it mostly just amounted to like the kids seem to be manifestations of real kids, basically.
Yep.
But there aren't really kids even in this chapter or the last chapter. Like they're just at they're just at the beginning of the map, basically. So instead, it feels like the two are completely unrelated, and there's not a lot to draw from what's happening each day and how Omori's processing it emotionally in his fantasy or whatever. So instead, it seems like a genuine, just actually successful escapism. It's actually distracting and escaping from the real story completely. And at that point, you're like, if the goal is to make me frustrated with Omori, then I guess that's successful, because like I am like becoming increasingly frustrated with him and his refusal to engage with what's happening and the things that he needs to face. Because it's really compelling seeing stuff like going and seeing Aubrey in the church and everything was a really compelling moment in contrast to this stuff. But then we're just right back to doing this stuff, which is both longer and more aimless and more time consuming and doesn't really lead to emotional moments. Like having Captain Spaceboy overcome his breakup just isn't that compelling, because he's a guy we met 5 seconds ago and it's his one trait, and he's like, I guess I'm now ex-space boyfriend. Like, okay, beat him up. I now know the error of my ways or something. And like Sweetheart is similarly, she doesn't have any depth to her, so changing her character isn't going to be interesting. You just go and do a boss fight eventually, probably, and then she's, I don't know, changes her mind or something. But she's not a character the way that Aubrey is, so it's just not as interesting as that stuff. So it's just like for the first bit of the story, we were itching to have something weird happen. Then the first dark vision happened, we're like, and then we were just itching to get back to that stuff. And then we finally got to reality, and now it's like all I want to do is interact with reality. But we have a protagonist that refuses to, and I'm like, but that's where the thing is. I've been holding this back so I don't know if this is a fight. Hello. As a member of the esteemed elite, I have a special code word to hide. But you probably wouldn't know anything about that. So y'all have code words? Okay.
Banana, pineapple.
Uh-huh. Orange monkey eagle. Just trigger the whatever phrase causes his brain to self-destruct. I
am just finding that is one thing I'll say, is that I am finding a little bit, again, not too much of it, but just the kind of random nonsense of the other world, if we want to call it that, is just a little bit tiresome. Just a little bit tiresome.
It's like, my brain always reflexively wants to contrast it with Undertale, obviously. Yep. And when I think of Undertale, I think about like the side characters having a bit more of like a bit that they're doing, or a bit more of an arc, or a minor character would have a recurring thing, and like the recurring side characters like Dummy or Napstablook have a bit more of a more engaging and memorable thing, to the point where I remember them, even though I don't engage with the meme culture around those games. I'm blindsided when I hear about how much insane fandom shit happens with a billion alternate universes and obsessions and fan fiction and so on. But like, I did play Undertale when it came out like a decade ago. Yep. And I beat it in like a week or less, because that's how long it was. And I still remember Napstablook and Dummy and stuff. And I'm not going to remember the three sprout moles that were the son and the father and the grandfather. Because the most memorable thing about them was their introduction, where it scrolls down the giant sword, which is like a fun little artistic thing, but they didn't really have that much personality to them. There's like, you're not a sprout mole, I'll fight you. Ah, my father. That's the entire bit. It was like, that's the level of bit that like the plain enemy has in a random encounter in Undertale, not the ones that have dialogue and a scene and everything. It's like, that was like the average encounter. So it's like, it doesn't really have a lot of this fantasy stuff just doesn't have like the same appeal necessarily, but also like one of these individual segments of us doing a single dungeon in this game and encountering all the stuff in it is like half as long as the entirety of Undertale.
Yeah.
So it's like it's also like a pacing difference where it's like there's those games were snappier and showing you their crazier ideas more frequently and more rapidly, and having a lot more visual gags that were like them breaking the format of the game or having the like record scratch, like you dropped the plate and it broke type moments more frequently. And it's a lot of fun. Your papyrus and whatnot. That's a horse. Hi.
Yeah.
What's that horse
That is
doing?
a horse, man, just down there. What are you up to?
All right, you want to have tea time with your friends? Nice. We're not there with our friends that much, if you look at it. We were literally on the other side of the wall from them. Oh, Omori pulls his legs up. There is little
How quirky.
There is a lot of nice little touches like that. Like those two are playing tea time up there with their dumb little masks, and Kel is kicking his legs because he's just always energy, and then Omori's like bundled up and has his arms wrapped around his knees and is like pulled into himself. There's a lot of touches that are nice. It's just that I keep waiting for like Thing to do something.
Yeah.